Okay, so as you've probably heard by now, Osama bin Laden has been killed. Now, this is going to be a long video, so just warning you now. Alright, so the first issue I have with this is the fact of whether or not it's true. Alright, first, it's there's always going to be doubt, regardless, even if it is true, because just like with Saddam Hussein, they never actually show him being killed. You don't see him actually hang. So, and it's the same thing with Osama bin Laden. You don't actually have proof he's dead. They claim to have ran DNA tests and whatnot, and they only have one photo of him being dead, which you would think with such a monumental occasion you'd want like 100 photos of him being dead, or something like that. So that doesn't make sense to me at all. Also, they released his body at sea, which I can understand. They don't want to release his body to anyone for making a shrine to it. But why is there no video of this process? That doesn't make sense. Why not? You would think you'd want to give proof to the American public that he's truly dead. So why is there no video made of this? Also, they've contradicted their story. They're saying that he was killed last night, and they're saying that he was killed a week ago. Okay, we'll get your story straight. Which is it? But if it happened a week ago, okay, it doesn't take a fucking week to get that kind of intel from that region of the world back to the U.S. I know, I've been in the military. It doesn't take that long. It takes you about a day and a half at most. Now, if you give it another, if they really did the DNA testing, if you give it another 2 days, to double and triple check the DNA tests, okay, that's 3.5 days at max. You still have a whole bunch of days that are missing there that don't make any sense for, why such a big time gap in the release date. And another matter on this issue is the photo itself. There's only one, and that one photo already looks kind of weird. I mean, I've done some work, messing around with Photoshop and have experience with that kind of stuff, and I can tell you that the photo, I mean, it could be legit, but there's certain points on it that don't quite, match up with a photo of someone who's, dead. It's just, this stuff doesn't make sense about the photo. I'm sure you can find it. Just Google, like, Osama bin Laden death photo or something like that. You'll find it. And then this is also rather convenient timing for Obama, because he just recently released the alleged long-form birth certificate, which was complete bullshit. That's been found to be a fake also. So he's gonna use this as a, who cares about my birth certificate? I killed bin Laden. Alright, first of all, dude, no one's gonna forget the fact that you have a fake birth certificate and that you are illegitimate for being in this, the office that you're in right now. Secondly, on that, that same thing, you barely had a fucking hand in killing Osama, assuming he's actually dead. You just had the luck of the draw of being in office. Because, let's not forget that this was a false flag operation to begin with, but who was it that initiated it? That would be Bush. So, really, credit for this alleged killing of Osama needs to be given to Bush, not Obama. It just, I mean, he's on the side of the whole thing. All you liberals are like, oh, you're evil, you're warmongering, and yet now I bet half you would be, willing to pay to kiss his ass because of the fact that he was the one responsible for getting Osama killed. Frankly, I don't, ultimately, whether he's dead or not is not going to matter, because now you're going to have all these terror cells warring and fighting with each other for positions of power, and everyone's saying that, that everything's going to go nice and peaceful now, that the war's going to stop. No, not true, because all the terror cells are going to be fighting for the position of power to be in control of all the other cells, and And this is going to lead to massive increase in terrorist attacks from terrorist cells. To this point, before their targets were U.S. military members and sometimes, certain civilians. Now they're not going to give a rat's ass who gets fucking killed. It's going to be civilians, military members, and Al-Qaeda members alike. So shit's going to hit the fan a little bit more now. So, that's just, shit's going to get worse before it gets better. Either way. Now, for everyone that thinks, yeah, I mentioned there was a false flag operation that happened. Well, that's just, a certain viewpoint of it. But assuming this has been a false flag operation, well then, this is just going to be one coincidence. It's going to lead to something else that is going to be, another step towards the New World Order. But taking it from a, different standpoint, if this whole thing is legit, well then, there's going to be someone else is going to take power here, because this is not the end. Shit's going to get worse, because there's so many countries that want things from the Middle East, and it's probably going to start war's probably going to start between the countries that want stuff from over there. Things are like BS. It's going to get worse before it gets better. That's what I'm trying to say here. And that if it's legit, hey, great. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if this whole thing is fake and we're just being set up for some other issue to arise. So, whatever your viewpoint is on this matter, rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think.